Are you bad at getting drops? Do you feel like, yo, it's like every single time everything just sells out and I can't get anything? Have you never seen a green truck? Today, we're gonna go ahead and fix that. Yo, what's poppin', homies, Veve fam, and Grish gang, guys. Today we're back with another video, guys. Today is a video I've been wanting to make for a minute now because I feel like I am now, I've been on the Veve platform for a little bit over a month, and I feel like personally for me, it's pretty easy to get drops, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm being honest, my favorite is like blind boxes. I feel like I basically never miss those, but I'm also pretty good at getting stuff like, comics and then the single collectible drops too. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys all the tips and all the information that you need to know about how to get a drop on drop day and even some rebounds, all in this video here today. Before we do though, keep in mind that none of this video is financial advice, just my opinion, so take that as you will, as well as go ahead, leave a like on the video, comment your opinions down below, and subscribe, notifications turned on. We're on that grind to 2,000 subscribers. But all right, guys, let's get right into it. Okay, so if we go ahead and take a look at my collection right here, a lot of the stuff that's in here is stuff that I've gotten on drop. So you guys, if you guys have been keeping up with the channel for a while, you guys might know R2D2 got him on drop, Iron Man got him on drop, Elsa got her on drop, and I've gotten plenty of other things on drop that I have either sold or flipped for something else. I've gotten a lot of drops. In fact, here's a quick screenshot of all the collectibles that I've got on drop. Not every single one, but a lot of them recently, and this is almost like $5,000 worth of collectibles and comics. So yeah, take that as you will. I'm pretty decent at getting drops, and like I said, those weren't even all the drops that I've gotten. Those were just like a couple that I decided to go ahead and put in there real quick. So let's go ahead and get into my tips. So we're gonna first start off with probably the easiest drop to go for in my opinion, and that is blind boxes. So as you can see right here, because currently there is no blind box on the app that I could show you, but it's the same thing for all of them, right? So I have a screenshot of the Captain America Marvel Mighties drop, and this of course, as you know, is a blind box. And as you can see right here, this is already the buy now screen, but this is how you're going to set yourself up for the drop before the buy now screen. Before we get even into all that, let me just give you first of all a few tips to go for any drop on Veve, right? So first of all, you got to make sure that you have either really good 5G service or an internet connection that's really good. Personally, me, I'm fortunate enough to have AT&T fiber. I have like 10 millisecond ping, maybe even like 7 to 5 sometimes, but I know that not everybody's gonna have that, right? So just see what works for you, do a speed test and all that. And the way that you can actually improve your internet connection is by unplugging your modem and plugging it back in the day of the drop. Also make sure, not many people are using the Wi-Fi in your house the day of the drop. If somebody's like streaming movies, playing video games, just doing other stuff on the internet, especially like downloading something, you feel me, they're gonna cause you to miss it, right? So I would say, if somebody's like playing Netflix, because I have gotten drops literally on stream before. I got that R2D2 while streaming, so streaming uses up internet too, so it's not that big of a deal when people are streaming or like streaming movies. But if somebody's like downloading a file, tell them, yo, can you chill out for a second, let me go for this drop real quick. Also, another piece of advice that I would give you is close out all the apps on your phone and go here. We're gonna do this right now. Actually, go to your profile on Veve. This is like right before the drop. Go to settings, go to my files, and remove all downloaded files, just so that there's nothing like, I don't even really know if this does anything, but I do it all the time just to make sure that there's nothing like loaded in the background that could be messing with my drop day technique. So go ahead and do that, and I'm pretty sure like most of you probably already knew to do that stuff. So first of all, let's go ahead and get into the methods. Now, for blind box, what you're going to use is you're going to use the space gate method. And the space gate method goes as follows. So as you can see right now on the screen, we have this little box, we have this little box, and then we have the buy now button. Now, before the drop, the buy now button will be a notify me button. It'll be like, oh, you can click it and they'll notify you for the drop time. Never really used it. I've just been sitting on the app for drops, so I don't really know how well that works. But for the purpose of this video, let's pretend like that buy now button is not there, and instead it's the notify me button, because they're going to be pretty much in like similar space, right? So what I do is I sit on this page for like the 20 minutes before the drop happens so that I don't get kicked out or anything like that. For maybe even more hyped up drops, I would even sit longer. I know that for the Homer and Bart one, I sat there for an hour before, and a lot of people were getting kicked out, but because I was there an hour before, I was in the app and I was fine. I didn't get the drop though, because it was just like really hard to get. And then when there's about like, I would say like 6 to 7 seconds left, what I do is I tap in the space between right here and right here. So this is the notify me button, and then this is the other box. I tap in that blue space right there. So here would be like the circle. I would tap like right there, and I would spam it, right? I would spam it fast. I would be like, I would go crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And because of that fact, like right now you guys can see the buy now button, but the notify me button is like a little bit lower. So like if you tap in the space, that's gonna be the spot where the buy now button comes up, and that's where you're gonna need to hit it. And if you're spamming it before anything even happens, you raise your chances of getting that blind box drop. And now the other method is whether we are, you know, let's say we're doing this Spider-Man one. Obviously it's sold out now, but what you would do normally for these drops, like the comic drops or the single collectible drops, is obviously right now it says sold out, but there will be on like drop day would be a normal timer counting down, right? And you know how when you click it, it says, oh, there was an error because obviously the collectible is not available. So then it says dismiss. You want to make sure that you scroll down enough so that that dismiss button basically is lined up with the button that has the gems and the buy now. That is called align day. And once it's all lined up, you can basically just spam it like over and over and over again, because you'll click it once, then the dismiss button will pop up and you click it again and you'll be able to go over and over and over. Now the thing is that before I used to use, I just realized I packed it because I'm going to return it, but I had a massage gun which would like, I would put it on my finger and it would like vibrate my finger really, really fast. And that's how I got like one drop. And that was I believe the Spider-Man comic, but I've gotten single drops without the massage gun, so you don't need that. And they kind of like patched that method, because now if you spam too fast, the buy now button will just like, it won't let you click it. It'll be like kind of like buffering or something. So instead, what I do now, and I want to shout out NFT Jeremy for his video on this. What I do now is whenever there's like, I believe like a minute before the drop, I look it up on YouTube. I look up 220 BPM, 220 beats per minute, royalty free sound, right? All right, so guys, so like let's say I go on YouTube, I basically use this one, the metronome 220 BPM sound, and I click on it, and as you can hear, it's going bop, 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 bop. And what I do is I basically get my finger in rhythm of that sound, because at that point, yes, you're still spamming, but you're not spamming too fast that the Veve app won't register. And basically just sync your finger movement up with the sound that you're hearing, and that is going to be the best way for you to get your comic. The first time I actually tried this out was on the Spider-Man Dr. Octopus, comic, and I didn't get one on my account, but I had both mine and my girlfriend's phone because she was asleep and she wanted to get the comic. So I was doing it on both, and I ended up getting one for her, and I ended up getting one on the Rebound, but we're going to talk about Rebounds later. And then the next day for the Darkhawk comic right here, I ended up getting it on my account using the same method, like the consistent spamming, but not too fast. So that's what I would suggest you do on those single drops. You know, have that video playing, have it like get in sync with your finger and tap it to that rhythm, and you should be able to get it. And now the final thing would be, let's say you missed out on the blind box, or let's say you missed out on the comic or single collectible drop. Your only choice left is to go for Rebounds. Now, if you guys didn't know, before Rebounds used to be every 2 minutes, they actually changed the time that you have to purchase the collectible or comic because they added CAPTCHA to some people. So what they do now is Rebounds happen every 4 minutes. I've heard rumors of some people saying that they still can get it at 2 and 3 minutes. I don't know about that. I know for a fact though that they happen every 4 minutes. So 11 is the drop, then 11:04, 11:08, and so on and so forth until 11:28, because the market opens at around 11:30. So what you're gonna do is, let's say you miss on a comic, right? Usually when you miss on a comic on the drop, don't refresh your page. You'll still have the buy now button. And what I would do is I would go ahead and open up your internet clock and let the seconds count down. And let's say you're going for the first rebound and it's about to be, it's like 11:03, 55 seconds. I would just stare at that, wait, and then as soon as it hits 11:04, wait like a half a second and then tap it fast. That's how I ended up getting the Dr. Octopus comic for my girlfriend on her account off a Rebound. I literally waited just a tiny bit right after it turned 11:04, and I ended up getting it. And I followed through until 11:28, but obviously 11:04 is the Rebound that's going to have the most additions. Every single 4 minutes, the pool of collectibles or comics that you can get is going to get smaller and smaller, because people are going to end up getting the Rebounds and actually buying the collectible or comic. Now, if you lost lost your button, if you, so let's say you refreshed or for some reason it says sold out, or you got a collectible and now it says sold out and you're trying to go for a second one, if that sold out button is there, it's going to be kind of tough, because what you're going to need to do is you're going to need the time going into the buy page at around 11:04. And personally, I've never gotten a rebound this way, so I don't really have any tips to give, but it's the same thing. You know, you back out and then right at like 11:04 point and like half a second, just go back in the store, or maybe even like less than that, because I know it takes a little bit to load the store page. Just go in there and try to get it. But I feel like that's going to be like the hardest way to get a rebound, in my personal opinion. Like I said, I've never gotten one that way, but that is how you go for all the collectible drops. I'm probably going to make a video once they implement more drop systems. I know there's might be a queue coming, and I don't know about any tips for the queue, but then again, we might figure out some stuff that will help people out. My goal here is just to help y'all out and help y'all secure some drops just like me. And now, you know, making this video, I just realized I'm probably gonna have a good amount of competition, but you know what, that's a W, because I want all of us on this channel to eat together and just, you know, be successful on drop days. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Make sure to go ahead, leave a like, comment your opinions down below, and subscribe if you enjoyed, with notifications turned on so that you don't miss another stream or video. Check out all my socials in the description down below, including my Discord server, and I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. I'm out. Peace, gang. Feel me?